Hello, everybody. My name is Otena, also known as Soto Entertainment, and we have reached the epilogue for the season of the Splicer. It says there's an urgent mission in the helm. Talk to the Splicer servitor, and it says, as prophesied, there is an urgent message at the Splicer servitor in the ELIKSNI wing of the helm. So let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. What's going on? Messages here? No. What's going on? The servitor flashes urgently. Words scroll across its view screen. Emergency radio broadcast in progress. Broadcast.
People of the last city, we have endured many great tragedies thanks to our strength and a steadfast commitment to humanity. The Traveler chose us. It abandoned the fallen because they are unfit, unworthy of the light.
Here we
They
go.
would take it from us if they could. The Vanguard have lost their way. They embrace the darkness. Welcome Aramis's followers into our midst with open arms.
We can lock shimmy.
Force us to celebrate our lost heroes alongside those who murdered them. Yes, the endless night is over. But now, Mithrax and his house will use this opportunity to do what the Fallen have always done. Covet, cheat, steal, kill. I have seen the future with my own eyes, and it has not changed. Doom still builds on our horizon like a terrible storm. But there is hope. Right now, loyalists to the future war cause and
Oh,
the
boy.
monarchy have rounded up the fallen in our city. With the aid of Osiris, I have learned how to safely command the power of the Vex.
What?
I will use it to do what the Vanguard will not.
What?
I will tear open a rift, banish the fallen to the depths of space from where they came. We alone will save humanity. I have seen the darkest of futures. And with this act, I will... No. No!
Whoa, what's happening? What's happening? Wait. Let's go. Ooh. Override last city. Let's get it. Ooh. The Lakshmi tried to start a coup, and apparently she got killed. Is she dead? My curiosity precedes me. Okay. Let's get it. Override last city. Here we go. Whoa.
Lakshmi 2 has opened a Vex portal in the ELIKSNI corner. All fire teams. find
Whoa.
an incursion point. Mithrax, what's your status?
We are overrun. Please, we cannot hold them off for much longer. Do not worry, Mithrax. I am on my way. No, you must protect your people. You are my people.
Whoa.
Vex, inside the walls of the last city.
What has she
How
done?
could this happen? How could Lakshmi do this?
For real?
We need this incursion ended. Now, before any more lives are lost.
The network entrance is vulnerable. Feed data into the terminal to overload the Vex defenses.
Wow. I've been over here in forever.
The Vex attempt to lock out the terminal. Destroy countermeasures to keep it operating.
There we go. Let me put back on reach and
The
clear.
network attempts to re-encrypt, disrupt the passcode sequence, and continue the splice.
Yeah.
Osiris, what's your position? Osiris?
He was right behind me. I have lost him.
Osiris, respond!
Osiris? Yeah, where are you, bruh? Oh, that's so sus. That's so sus. There is no way they're about to reveal that. Are they really about to come out with the fact that, like, you know, Osiris is just, like, evil or something? How is Osiris just not gonna be here?
Defenses have been reset, but like circuits, they can be overloaded. Continue the assault. ELIKSNI have feared the Guardian ferocity for centuries. Turn your fury on the Vex.
Oh, ah.
Do not let the machine spawn divert your attention. Keep it fixed on the terminal.
This is actually kind of cool. It's just here. Sick.
I sense the Vex mind. It lashes out with something like desperation. They are coming for you. Complete the final unlock sequence.
Oh, this is so cool.
The splice is complete. Enter quickly.
Let's go.
Guardian, there are too many Vex. We need that portal closed.
I'll do what I can.
Ikora, Savala, any Guardian who can hear us, we are in need of aid. Is anyone near our position? We are alone. Then, we must fight as if this is our last.
Let's go. Oh, I almost got gimped. Where you go?
This is Ikora Ray
Okay.
broadcasting on all open channels. Can anyone hear me? Mithrax? Saint? What's your status? Can anyone read me?
What happened to our people? Lane 14 in the tower. That was a fun one though. That was a fun last override. That was cool. Last code or ignition, whatever. Ignition code. Oh.
The Guardian has broken their portal! Keep behind us! We will not let them harm you! Stand, friend! You will not fall today!
Yes.
of the Saint standing beside us.
And you with me, Kell of Cows. Together, we are enough.
Nova Bomb. Ikora? Ikora!
More than enough.
Oh! She's using the chaperone! And Zavala's here too! Oh! And Nova Warp, let's go! Cyrus. Why are you so suspicious, dude? That was a cool last cutscene. Very cool last cutscene. Very cool. Pretty chill last cutscene, I will say. That was pretty cool. What did I get? I missed something.
Checking.
Oh.
All done.
Got to see Amanda Holiday fighting with the chaperone. That was real cool. Alright, Sam, what you got to say?
Guardian, the city remains.
Thankfully.
We have wrestled another day from those who would take it, but not without loss. And not alone. ELIKSNI, Mithrax, they stood with us, brothers and sisters in battle. This is a bond that cannot break. Their loss will be buried beside our own. Ikora was wise to look to our future instead of the past. We must remember that it is the ELIKSNI who came to us, laid down arms for a chance at peace. These are not the fiends Lakshmi made them out to be. That bravery demands respect and deserves recognition. The House of Light is part of the city now, under the protection of Saint 14. In time, the memories of our past demons will fade, and our peoples will share laughter and stories. Our victory today will be one of them. More famous than Twilight Gab, I will make sure of it.
Saint 14, armor still scorched from the earlier battle, greeted you with pride. ELIKSNI, Mithrax, he said. They stood with us, brothers and sisters, in battle. This is a bond that cannot break. The House of Light is part of the city now, he said, under the protection of Saint 14. Speak with Ikora is next. Oh, that was so good. Overall, this was such a good season, in my opinion, story-wise. It's really good. I may record a seasonal wrap-up. Not sure. Unless we got something going on next week. The seasonal wrap-up may be next week. But if anybody comes in and asks about, like, what did I think of the season, or whatever, I think I'd be able to give a pretty definite answer. Of course, there were some things I didn't actually enjoy, but, you know. I do
Welcome
have
home,
quite
Mom.
a bit to say about this season.
Look at the city. The skies are slowly clearing, but the streets are filled with dead Vex, dead ELIKSNI, and our people. Future war cult has scattered to the wind, but we recovered Lakshmi's body from the site of the attack. In the end, she was right about the tragedy looming on our horizon. If only she could have foreseen that it was of her own making.
See?
Now Dead Orbit has finally made good on its promise to leave the city and take a new monarchy with it.
Oh.
The factions are no more.
No more factions.
Honestly, I will miss their presence here. After all,
Well, there it is.
Lakshmi did not speak for the future war cult. Some of her own people warned me she was becoming unstable, and I feel I let her slip away. I haven't told Saint yet, but I've been unable to locate Osiris.
Oh.
Even though Lakshmi implicated him in the attack, I don't believe he'd... Osiris is a good man. Saint and I will both vouch for him. All he has to do is return to the city to clear his name.
Uh-oh.
I saw the blight that was forming in our own citizens, but I never thought it would lead us here. Eris once said, we will only know our enemy's next move if we are wise enough to recognize it. My eyes are wide open now. Stay ready.
Well, I will be. Though the attack of the city was thwarted, Ikora seemed solemn. She told you that Lakshmi II's body was recovered from the city. She was one of the first to fall to the Vex. In the end, she was right about the tragedy looming on our horizon, she said. If only she could have foreseen that it was of her own making. The future war cult, New Monarchy, and Dead Orbit have fled the city, and she has been unable to locate Osiris. She seems to be taking the losses hard, and she places some of the blame on herself. I saw the blight that was forming in our own citizens, she told you. But I never thought it would lead us here. She cautioned you to stay wary of what tomorrow may bring. Eris once said, we will only know our enemy's next move if we are wise enough to recognize it, she said. Eyes are wide open now. Stay ready.
Come back safe.
And that's it.
This is taking forever.
I believe we completed a triumph during that too.
If we're gonna stay here, we should be building more ships. That's all I'm saying. I want the kind that
Oh, we got the last piece of lore. We have all of that, and now we have this.
this doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I'm gonna read it. Well, yeah, I'm gonna read it. The air upon the wall was thin. Lakshmi was right about that. Mithrax stood in silent observation of the memorial above the main concourse. He leaned against an iron railing, watching guardians and citizens alike moving below, ELIKSNI with them. A dragon approached the memorial and led his child to stand among the mourners. Urged forward by a gentle nudge, the child gingerly placed a gilded eggshell at the memorial's base. Gold soldering sealed a myriad of fractures, making a once broken egg a whole again. Mithrax's throat tightened at the sight. It was a memorial for a child lost. The walkway behind Mithrax groaned as Saint 14 cut a large silhouette against the clear sky. Shoulder to shoulder, they stood, neither spoke. They watched as Ikora and Zavala conversed with departing mourners. The Dreg and his son approached, and with a bittersweet smile, Ikora made certain to introduce them to Zavala. Big, stern, stoic Zavala took to one knee and spoke to the child eye to eye. I never thought I'd see the day, Saint finally said, unable to look away. Yeah, some D2. I grew up on that game. Fair. Very fair. Mithrax responded not with words, but with a fluttering purr-like rumble and mirrored Saint's posture. Do you think this will hold? An alliance fragile like glass, held in a fist? Saint 14 asked. Only the great machine knows what will come over the horizon. We must be content with our own limited perspectives, Mithrax said with conviction. Saint nodded. Down below, Amanda Holliday drew their attention as she knelt before the memorial to light a candle. She stood and stepped back, lingering Mithrax, and Saint watched in silence as she rose up on her toes and began scanning through the crowd, as if she were looking for someone. She gently pushed through the throng of people and reached out to another mourner in a white cloak. Both recoiled in surprise, Amanda seemingly apologizing to the cloaked woman at some misunderstanding. They exchanged brief words, awkward laughs, and sympathies. When Amanda caught sight of Lord Saladin, however, she took her leave and disappeared into the crowd. Crucible, Pinnacle SMG, grenade launcher, and sniper for it. Yeah. Also, you didn't get Beyond Light. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Going over lore right now. Mourners parted around the Iron Lord, respectful of his space and reputation, as he laid a handful of spent shell casings at the memorial with reverence. The offering's meaning was lost on Mithrax. When Saladin rose from the memorial, he turned and looked up at the pair on the overwatch, his face cast in shades of doubt, remorse, and uncertainty as he quietly departed. I do not know that one, Mithrax said with a look to Saint. He seems unhappy. Saint slowly shook his head. Lord Saladin, he clarified. He has lost many, lost his heart, his hope. Lost so many he believes he stands alone, even when surrounded by others. I understand his pain. I see. Saint thinks on how Osiris would describe it. His cautionary tale. Mithrax heard the ache in Saint's voice. And how are you? Saint tensed at the question. The railing in his hand creaked as his grip tightened and bent the metal. I'm fine, he lied. Indeed, Mithrax said with his best affection of sarcasm, then placed a hand on Saint's shoulder. It is not above a warrior's station to feel pain. Not above a warrior's station to express spirit wounds. Mithrax's grip firmed on Saint's shoulder, reassuring, stabilizing. Not above a warrior's station to break. Saint nodded in half-hearted agreement. I should go, he said in a tone Mithrax didn't quite understand. Thank you, Kell of Kells. You are a true friend. Go well, Saint, Mithrax said with concern. Find your lost phoenix. Interesting. So that was the last one for the season. So the Endless Night is gone. And it seems like something may happen next week at least. And I'll be streaming that too. Maybe recording a video of it, depending on what it is. But yeah, that was the last cutscene we saw in the last mission for season 14. Pretty cool. Right, last city. That was cool. Let's see if there's anything at the ELIKSNI quarter. See if anything's changed. I think that'd be interesting to see. But yeah, for those that are gonna be watching this video that I'm currently recording on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.